Hello, beautiful humans. I hope everyone is having a blessed and beautiful day. Uh, doing some journaling outside, and I am realizing that we are a lot more one with nature. The energies, the frequencies. Uh, I also believe that we don't believe that we could make a big difference. And I'm realizing with that cumulative mindset that everyone has around the world, it makes it very hard to make changes. And then you feel like the black sheep. You feel like the weirdo. You feel like someone that's different. Because everyone says it's not possible, it's silly, I can't make a difference. You can't make a difference, just don't even try. Everyone is the way that they are. But if we're all in that mindset, yes, it's going to be like that, because no one's choosing to try something different. No one's choosing to try living from their heart. No one's choosing to be different. No one's choosing to heal themselves. No one's choosing to do anything because it's so hard. And yes, it is hard, but it's also, I want to use the word riveting. That peace that you have, that you end up creating your own heaven on earth, because you end up seeing life in a whole entire different sense. You connect with your heart and your soul, the part of you that you didn't even know existed, that has been suppressed. The part of you that is able to stand up for yourself. The part of you that is able to choose a different path, because the path that has gotten you here wasn't that scary. And that you just like, okay, well, I guess let's try a little bit more. Like, what else, And that's life. And that is, but we're so mentally head stuck in our brains that we can't make a difference. We can't do it, can't do that, can't do this. This is different, this is bad, this is that. Like, it's exhausting. And that's what I mean. It's riveting when you release that, when you choose to let it go and take those attachments off yourself, take those thoughts out of your brain, boop them, like poop that. Try something different. Try it for the love of yourself. Because how much do you love yourself to live in peace? I know I'm learning to try to do that. It's super scary, and it's super scary to be a human. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I like being outside, but I don't know how to exist. I'm feel like I need an extra mommy, like, but I'm the only person that I have. And now I'm awakening to the realization of how the real world really works. And it's frequencies. It's all that woo-woo things that people have been talking about. It's somehow we are connected to the multiverse. We are somehow connected to the system. But whatever it is, I'm done with the labels. I'm done with trying to fight over who's wrong, who's right, whose book is better than the other book. Like, can we stop? Like, I'm at that point. Like, I'm done. I just want a solution. Okay, well, what's my solution? Well, my solution has been connecting to the heart frequency, to the love frequency, to the part of you that is super divine that we didn't even know that existed. The part of you that wants the love, the part of you that wants to love thy neighbor, the one that wants just to be loved, because that's the human nature. The human nature is to be loved. But we all have taken on so many different collective mindsets that we can't budge. And then we just create more resistance within ourselves, and then we get more frustrated and disconnected from each other, and remember the hurts and the traumas of what everyone has done, but we're still not moving forward. But I believe to move forward, we have to have a certain point of discernment and just choose to live with our hearts forward and learn those laws of the universe, those parts of us that, like, okay, what is the cheat code? You know, some of the ones that I have found so far, I guess maybe I need to figure out how to write them down, is less is more. Sometimes when a certain frequency or transaction or action, I guess, whatever it is, that scenario that you're going through, that present moment, it has a certain amount of energy to it. And when that energy is up, you say stupid things like and then you come out of it going like, what happened? Like, how stupid am I? Like, but less is more. Sometimes it's because there is a amount of energy derived to that divine present moment. And it's weird to think, and it's weird to process, and I'm still trying to figure that out. But I know the more I pay attention to those cues and to those little niches, I guess, the more smoother and the flow that I can go with. And when I think about it, and especially when I'm alone with my thoughts, I'm like, this sounds so crazy, this sounds so insane, but I know that what's working for me. So anyways, but it's not insane. I mean, I think this is what all of the things around the world have talked about, you know. The keys are everywhere, you know. Hinduism, Buddhism, the Bible, all of the things, like, it's all together. The keys are out there, and then when you start to coexist with one another, with nature, and putting together what you are learning, your consciousness kind of expands to a point of like, holy cow, this is not reality. And it's not. And that's the blissful state that they talk about. But it's weird because it's not a blissful state. You create that blissful state because you have to choose, you know, while there's chaos and everything else is happening. You get to choose what frequency and what kind of heart space you choose to embody versus how much energy you give out to this. So anyways, I'm getting the cue of less is more. I love to talk. I think I just need a buddy. You know, a buddy that would be fun to talk to. You know, maybe we could do a Zoom call and do a, I don't know, what is that called? A podcast. Anyways, can you tell I'm learning? But I gotta learn somehow. And if I have to do it here, I guess that's gonna be on here. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a blessed day. And yeah, thank you.